Get into your North Texas Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. New, different, that's us.
Zero to your heart in 1 second flat. The Audi A6.
Brett Hull ripped one past Jocelyn Thibault. The Stars have a 1-0 lead. What's going on elsewhere, you ask? Let's check the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. Darrell Phoenix and Tampa Bay are tied at 1-1, an important stretch of games for the Coyotes.
Not that important for Tampa Bay, though, as I think they're looking on the outside, looking in.
Buffalo 2, San Jose 1. Dominic Hasek out in the game with a groin strain. They are in the third period. The Rangers 4, the Pittsburgh Penguins nothing in the third.
Penguins had their winning streak snapped the other night.
Detroit leads New Jersey 3-1. The Wings have won 5 in a row. Nashville 2, the Colorado Avalanche 1.
A couple of teams the Stars will see. Colorado here Sunday, and then a home-and-home with Nashville in the middle of next week.
Calgary leads Anaheim 1-0 in the first period. Them Flames are playing some pretty good hockey. We will break. When we come back, we'll relive all the magic, much to the delight of the fans here on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
It's the best-selling compact pickup in Texas. The highest standard of quality in its class. The only available compact pickup with 4 doors. Ford Ranger. Need another reason? Now use $1,000 cash back from Ford towards your down payment and drive a '99 Ford Ranger with automatic and air for only $149 a month. Now at your Ford dealer, home of the #1 selling cars and trucks in Texas.
These are Cobalt tools, the finest mechanics tools you can buy in any store. They've got contoured handles for a better grip. And the K-drive that grabs fasteners on the sides, not the corners, which means more torque, less rounding, and less slippage. So Cobalt tools can stand up to anything. From where I'm standing, that's a very good thing. Cobalt, setting the standard in mechanics tools. Made in the USA and guaranteed forever. At Lowe's Home Improvement Warehouse and online.
Toyota, on the power of executive privilege.
It's a great opportunity for us, hon. It's way more money.
Way longer hours.
Better insurance.
You'll need it for the stress.
A country club membership.
Golf.
A new Toyota.
When do we start?
Make an executive decision. Drive a Toyota. Get $500 customer cash on the #1 selling car in America, Toyota Camry. Visit your North Texas Toyota dealer today.
To the 1% of you who demand more from a truck, we offer this response. The all-new GMC Sierra. Totally redesigned with the first available automatic 4-wheel drive on a pickup and our largest cab ever. What 1% of the world wants, now you can have too.
During the Fort Worth Stock Show, your new Sierra comes with this limited edition jacket from Cavender's Boot City and the new 99.5 The Wolf at your participating Texas GMC dealer.
Oh, the kids are having fun tonight, huh?
The guys are giddy.
Big night at Reunion Arena. And boy, did they see Brett Hull rip one.
I don't think anybody can shoot the puck any harder than Hull shot that puck past Thibault. It started at the left point with Sador back over to Zubov. What a pretty pass right through the middle of the box. And Thibault made his move, but he couldn't get there ahead of the shot off the stick of Brett Hull. His 11th power play goal of the season.
24th all told at 4:27. Zubov and Sador with the assists on the power play goal. And then Ed Belfour had to make some snappy saves.
He saw almost as many shots as he did in the entire last game that he played here against Edmonton. He saw 13 in that one. He saw 7 in the first. Stopped them all, including a rebound chance with some traffic in front. Daze didn't quite get a stick on it. Belfour found it from the point. On the power play that the Hawks had, they had one shot, and then Madonna took off for his shorthanded chance, and he just wanted to school some people and show his skill, and he did. Walked it right through the middle, got a backhand off, tried to beat Thibault between the legs, but he dropped down and covered that up. Thibault was pretty good. I think the Stars probably had 5 or 6 quality scoring chances, including Grant Marshall, who walked in and walked around Laflamme, brought it to the net. Good save by Thibault, because Marshall's a right shot and he was on the left-hand side. He had to look at the other side.
Well, we'll come back and have the second period in just a moment. Stay in your seats on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Sorry. Not enough. No, still short.
For the great taste that will fill you up and never let you down.
Paper or plastic? Paper.
Make it a Bud Light.
Guys, need a receipt?
Want plenty of horses plus plenty of room? Then ride off in a Dodge Ram quad cab.
A Magnum powered by the ton, Dodge Ram is the fun. At the Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Dodge Rams are overall America's most powerful line of full-size pickups. The longest lasting, too. Plus, Ram quad cabs were the first to offer 4 doors. Just imagine the possibilities that opens up.
The Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Okay, now watch as I explain the new Money Manager account. Now, these are our investment beans. They're active beans.
Caffeinated.
Yeah. These are our checking account beans, which just kind of sit there. But the Money Manager account keeps more of our beans over here. Perking. And then brings them back only when needed to cover a check, which could mean...
higher overall bean return?
Right.
Could you make some more coffee? Nice demonstration.
Injuries just go hand in hand with sports. And everybody from the pros to peewees rely on a unique team of specialists, a group of physicians, therapists, and sports scientists, all dedicated to getting the athlete back in the game. It's why we're the #1 choice of the Dallas Stars, Mavericks, Sidekicks, Bird, and the Mesquite Rodeo. Baylor Healthcare System, the #1 choice of fans, too.
Back at Reunion Arena, here's the second period. The Stars lead it 1-0. The penalty boxes are empty. The Hawks control, and Zamolik chips it down to the left wing corner. Probert and Sador go shouldering in against each other. Amani in throwing a hit on Zubov. There's another check. Probert hitting Sador again. Guns it up to the point, but not out. Well, maybe it is out. And now Chelios coming over on Verbeek. Probert's there as well. He and Sador have a grip of each other. Well, the passion level is coming up. Racer, how about the first period statistics?
Well, as we go away from the fracas at ice level, the Stars outshot Chicago 11-7. Scoring chances a 2-1 advantage, 4-2 in that category. The power play shots, Dallas only really needed 1. Brett Hull scored 9 seconds into that first power play. Stars are 1 for 2. The Hawks are 0 for 1 on their power play, and the face-off circle is where the Stars are getting beaten up. 13 wins for the Hawks, 7 for Dallas. That's 65% of the face-offs that were taken in that first period were controlled by Chicago.
Well, along the boards, there was some early hitting dispensed by the Hawks.
Well, at the blue line, the hit along the boards by Verbeek on Jamna brought in Chelios, and I think Chelios has picked up the only minor out of the little brouhaha they had along the boards. So an undisciplined penalty, but again, it seems to be the theme of the night, coming to the aid of teammates, and that's what he was doing, and he's paying for it.
This is the 4th and final meeting of the season for the Stars and the Hawks. It's all even. Each team has a win. There's also a tie. Each team has won in its own building. The tie occurred in Chicago on December 13th, the last time these teams met. Daryl Sador coming into the game led all scorers with 5 points. He now has 6. The power play so far, the Stars are now 6 for 19 in the 4 games, 30%.
Well, how about this? They've scored 9 goals against the Hawks this season. 6 of them have come on the power play,
including the one tonight. Here comes Sador bringing it up. Off Hall to Madonna. It went off the linesman's skate at the line. Stars will have to regroup. Hall got it across. It's swatted immediately out. Sador gives it to Zubov and gets it back at center. He'll rush it in. Around behind the goal it goes. Thibault to Manson. Inadvertently got it to Jamnoff, and now Amani backhands it down the ice. Half a minute gone on the Dallas power play. They're trying to catch the Hawks in a change. Hull is in. He'll gun it around. Manson playing it up. Lettinen keeping it in. Into the middle of the ice, and White found the handle, used the boards, and sent the Stars back.
Almost appears like Dallas is just sort of waiting for something to open up, waiting for something to happen rather than making it happen right now.
Here comes Modano carrying it in against Zamolik. Back out to Zubov. A shot off Thibault and wide. Langenbrunner let it go to Verbeek in the corner to Modano. Wrist shot. He scores!
That was sick. Wow. You know, Mike Modano doesn't score very much at home. He hasn't anyway. Only 6 now of his 18 goals have been scored here at Reunion Arena, and that thing was entombed in the back of the net. Verbeek grabbed it down in the corner. Modano was out in the slot, and then he just used Brown as a screen, and he went cookie jar over the short side shoulder of Thibault. I mean, that was just roofed. No chance whatsoever for the Blackhawk netminder. What a shot.
Modano's 18th. Verbeek set him up. I think Chambers will get the other assist unless it went off Langenbrunner on the way to Verbeek. Stars lead at 2-0. They're 2 for 3 on the power play and have now scored 7 power play goals in the series against the Hawks this year.
That's what kills Chicago. They take a lot of penalties. You know, in a nutshell, they take a lot of penalties and they're not very good at killing them off.
It's a bad combination. Stars attack again. Herkus in front for Marshall. Tied up, couldn't get his stick on it. Matvichuk centered. Oh, and diving. Marshall got it at the net, but Thibault came up with the save.
He beat Allison to the front of the net and got that tip on. That was a pretty good stop.
Botterill sending it out front. Thibault directs it. Here's Marshall. Oh, he didn't finish it.
And he faded away. That's a killer.
He had a wide open net. He tried to finesse it. He backed away from it. And the Hawks clear.
Oh, that was a gaping net, and he thought he could just touch it in. Finesse it, as you said. You're right.
Reed shot it in off Manson. Allison losing the battle along the boards. Reed tried to kick it out to the point, but it carries all the way into the Dallas zone, and an icing call against the Hawks. 17:20 remains in the second period.
Oh, Grant Marshall will be talking to himself. The first chance that he had, the tip right in front of the net, was just grunt work by Marshall to get there, beat his man, get a tip on. He gets a little tap on the head from Mike Keane afterwards. Matvichuk had pinched down the left wing side. He took a hit to make the play in front. Marshall did. And Thibault spit that one aside, and then right off to the side of the net was where Marshall came from behind the net, and he had a wide open side on the other side. Oh, Thibault got across and got a stick on it. My apologies. I thought perhaps Marshall just faded away and missed it on the side of the net, but a second effort by Thibault and the paddle of his stick. But still, you'd like to follow it up like you follow up your jump shot in basketball. He will next time, probably.
John Wooden would tell him to do that.
Yes, he would.
Face off to Thibault's right. Nice pass by Botterill, by the way, across the crease. Would have been Botterill's first NHL point. Center ice Keane slips it to Reed, trying to cut into the Chicago zone. Stops. Throws it around behind the net. Lumbering after it. Severin taken down in the slot. Here's Severin again, loading, firing. Chelios blocked it. Keane, a drive, save, rebound, score! Brent Severin! That's his first goal as a Dallas Star, and the Stars have opened up a 3-0 lead.
Well, his first offering was a slap shot, and he took a little too much time to get it off. He has a wicked wrist shot. He reminds me of Nick Fotiu, who I played with briefly in Edmonton, and big tough guy, and has one of those wrist shots that either leaves a bruise or goes by you whenever you try to stop it, but doesn't shoot enough and doesn't use it in games. He thinks he has to take a slap shot. Well, after the slap shot was blocked by Severin in the high slot, they got it right back again. A goosey rebound off of Thibault when he stoned Keane's shot from the left wing or right wing side, and then Severin pounded it into the back of the net.
Severin's first as a Dallas Star. Mike Keane gave him the puck off the pads of Thibault. At 3:06, an even strength goal. The Stars are up 3-0. Here comes Zhamnov, hustling it into the Dallas zone. Drops Amani, a drive. Blocked by Matt Machucky. Recovers. Slid it across. Stolen. 2-on-1 for the Stars. Nieuwendyk and Langenbrunner. Nieuwendyk to Jamie. A shot. He one-timed it wide. Verbeek along the right wing boards. Put it into the corner. Brown plays it ahead to Zhamnov. He'll clear it. Down the ice it goes. Matt Machucky will get there. It's icing against the Hawks, who are back on their heels. It's 3-0 Dallas after a quick pair in the second period on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Excuse me, sir. Do you think I could use the phone? Hello, dear. It's Mom. I'm lost. I'm in a restaurant, I think. Oh, no, dear. I'm fine.
You want to dance? Want a chip? The simple truth is, you never know when you'll need a wireless phone. That's why Southwestern Bell Wireless offers a variety of phones and services to keep you in touch.
Do you think that I might use the ladies' room?
Honestly, I wouldn't.
How dare you, sir? The impudence.
I think you're wrong about this.
Posing as a diet.
Well, let it be known.
When the record clearly shows that you taste more like regular Dr. Pepper.
Mr. Chairman, my client...
No! Tell them that you're dying!
Bring me that can!
Mr. Chairman, we clearly know the difference between diet and regular Dr. Pepper.
I've known diet drinks, and you, sir, are no diet.
Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like regular. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
News Radio, weekday afternoons on KDFI Channel 27.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the new Dodge. It's about change. Stars will welcome the Avs for another Sunday afternoon tilt Sunday, and then Razor a home and home, they call it, at Nashville, and then the Predators here Tuesday and Wednesday.
Well, the Predators' playoff hopes are fading. They're 9 points back of Edmonton now, but they've hung around.
So they have very respectable for a first-year team. Stars kept it in. They did not, I guess. It's offside against Dallas at the Chicago line.
It's a 1-0 game here at Reunion Arena between Nashville and Dallas. And you look at how things shape up on the bottom end of the Western Conference right now. Chicago trailing the Vancouver Canucks by 3 to get completely out of the bottom. And then Nashville with 43 as well. So that's who they're trying to chase down to try to stay out of the cellar. Edmonton holding down that last spot right now in the West.
The hard-charging Calgary Flames may have something to say, though. They've been playing well lately. Hawks bring it ahead. Moreau deals it in. Sador back to get it for the Stars. Lost it. Moreau centers it, but Hall got there, and here comes Dallas the other way. Kilger is down in the Dallas zone as the Stars attack. Modano, and the whistle stops as Kilger. He was bumped once and then hit again on his way down, and he is showing very little, if any, movement in front of Ed Belfour's crease.
This happened just as the play was leaving the front of Ed Belfour. He's laying down on the ice right between the hash marks, in front of Belfour, about 15 feet out in front. He got clipped. He got kicked by his own teammate. I think it was White. Todd White just came from behind the net and either kneed him in the side of the head. White just came from behind the net. Kilger was coming in and spun out of control, and as he tried to get back up, he got kneed right in the side of the head. Ooh. There's not a lot of padding. The area on a player's helmet where there's the least padding, other than in front on the face, is on the side where those ear holes are. And I think that's where he took the knee, and it probably knocked him completely out, because as you said, he didn't move.
He is coming to now. Chad Kilger, who was obtained March 4th last year, the Phoenix Coyotes. The deal that sent Carney and Cummins to the desert.
Well, they called that deal a gamble because they gave up a quality top 4 defenseman in Keith Carney, who's played very well in Phoenix with the Coyotes, and they got a guy with a big upside. Remember, Kilger he went 4th overall in '95. I think he was the first forward taken that year, and they thought perhaps this would be their guy to be their big emerging center iceman, like an Arnott or like a Grattan, a young player like that. They reportedly went after those players as well, and then they just decided to make this deal. He's played wing here tonight.
Not much to smile about for Dirk Graham. It has been a tumultuous first year for the first-year coach.
Well, he seems to have alienated a lot of his veteran players, and you know, you want to shake things up a little bit. Kilger's back up and on his feet, but he's not moving very fluidly towards the Hawk bench. And back to Graham for a second. What has a lot of the veterans upset for Chicago is they're miffed at a lack of creative expression, especially guys like Doug Gilmour, who's always been a playmaker. And what he wants is he wants them basically to get to center and dump it in and then go get it and bang that way. And that's the system. It's kind of a Keenan disciple, and that's the way his teams always play. Get it deep and then go after it. And what Graham wants is accountability and wants execution. And they have to sacrifice a little offense for it. But I don't know if everyone's buying it.
Dirk Graham was a player. He was accountable. Former captain of the Hawks. Former Frank Selke Trophy winner. In the second period, his team has been rattled by the Stars for 2 goals and outshot 6-0. Hawks play it in. Zubov there to pick it up. Went off a skate to Hall. Outlet to Lettinen. Stars move it forward. Lettinen sidestepped the check. Got it across the line. Madonna was in front. He tried to play it off to Hall. It hit Thibault on the side of the goal.
Almost went off Laflamme, the defenseman, and passed Thibault on the short side. Well, you better have your head up when Brown's out there, the defenseman for Chicago, because hunting he will go.
Icing here against the Hawks. The faceoff coming back in Jocelyn Thibault's end.
Well, Madonna was the guy who swept in afterwards. Lettinen had just sidestepped the hit in the neutral zone, and then Madonna got to the puck on the left wing side ahead of Gilmour, and as he tried to center it, Laflamme, the defenseman, was trying to sweep it away, and Thibault had already pushed off the post and was moving to his left. Very non-Madonna-like on Wednesday night, and admittedly so for him, but if anybody deserves a night off or a little leeway, it would be Mike Madonna, who's been fabulous this year for Dallas.
Stars have the puck in their own zone. Herkus to Ludwig at the line. Ahead. Botterill tried to get it across. He was jammed on the play. Ludwig pokes it deep. Hawks will go get it. There's Allison gunning it up into the stands and out of play. Well, it's time to reveal another clue in the watch, listen, and win game. You could win a Dodge Intrepid or an IBM computer from Staples. This Stars player, whose entire career has been with the Stars, scored his first NHL goal against the Detroit Red Wings on October 12, 1991.
Are there any clues within that, who he scored on or anything? It was the Detroit Red Wings?
Yes. It might be a town that he's familiar with. Keep thinking. We got 2 more clues for you. Here's Amani at center. Shot it in off Probert's skates. Belfour gunning it up the near boards. Botterill holding off Amani. Ludwig after it. Right wing corner. Got away from Probert's would-be check. Marshall couldn't get it out. Herkus does to Botterill at center ice, and he'll relay it in. Stars are making a change. 14 minutes and 14 seconds left in the second period. Dallas leads the game 3-0 on goals by Brett Hull in the first period, Mike Modano and Brett Severin in the second. Here come the Hawks. Jamnov ahead to center. Good pass. Amani, wrist shot up over the top of the Dallas net. Amani will pick it up again behind the goal. Had it taken away. Hatcher moves it forward for the Stars. Dallas attacking to the Chicago line. Hatcher's shot off Zamolik wide of the net. Chelio's dumping it around behind. Morrow along the right wing boards, clearing it. Matt Tkachuk hauling it in at center. Giving it to Hatcher. The left wing side to Severin. Dropping it for Reed. He'll take it in. Left corner, shot blocked away. Thibault nudged it to the corner. Left point, Matt Tkachuk over to Hatcher. An awkward catch at the point. He kept it in, but the Hawks clear it ahead. Morrow stumbling, ran into Hatcher. They try and feed Emerson in the slot. Reed coming back, made a fine play.
And that's why Dallas leads the league in goals against average. A big reason why. They get help from their forwards defensively.
Off the Belfour's right, a battle for the puck. Jean-Yves Leroux leaned on. Keane has the stick on him. He twists away to the far side. Behind the net for White. And to spin out. Gives it to LaRue again in the corner. Pursued by Keene. Backhand shot. Floated it wide. Chelios from the right point. Round behind the goal. LaRue played it to the boards. Severin kept it away from Emerson. Shoots it all the way down and right on goal to Thibault.
Stars have to watch their change here. They have to go a long way to get the change. They get it off now, though.
Hawks control. They dump it in, and they'll change as well. The Dallas zone. Hatcher to the point. Allison shot from there. Belfour lost it, and he got some help from Rich Matvechuk.
Well, Matvechuk's going to probably get a chatting to from Belfour because he nonchalantly reached out to grab that puck and instead just tipped it right on Belfour. That was a tough save.
That was the Hawks' first shot of the period. Caught everyone by surprise. Chicago in again. LaRue to Daze in the left corner. To a shooting position and off Belfour and wide.
These two defensemen need a change. Hatcher and Matvechuk are both absolutely gassed right now. They didn't get a change in when the Dallas Stars got it in deep because Chelios brought it back up.
Here's Matvechuk. He rips it into the Chicago bench. 11:41 to play in the second period. Dallas in command on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Why not have your next breakfast somewhere different on a bun? The breakfast on a bun at Whataburger, that is. Right now it's only 99 cents. You'll get your choice of crispy bacon or savory sausage, an egg cooked to perfection, and a slice of American cheese, all stacked on a warm toasted bun. Look good? It tastes even better. So try your next breakfast somewhere different on a bun. With Whataburger's Breakfast on a Bun, it's only 99 cents for a limited time. And it's only at Whataburger.
Please don't drive drunk.
Mid-second period, Stars up 3-0 on the Blackhawks. It was almost 3-1. Richard Matvechuk reached out to just knock down a point shot from the left point, and Belfour, like a good back catcher, got all of his body down in front of that thing just in case there was a tip. Good positional save.
Face off in the Dallas zone. Modano controls. Zubov ahead, not out. Laflamme putting it behind the Dallas goal. Sador to the near side to Lettman. Oh, he's flattened. That's that Brown again, but the Stars attack.
It's got to be charging, isn't it?
I think so. Modano made him pay. He scores.
Well, Brown got completely out of position as a defenseman to go in and try to put Yuri Lettinen into Fort Worth. And he traveled a long distance before he ran over Lettinen. And all the Stars did is they took it back up ice. And when you get somebody that grossly out of position, then there should be somebody wide open. Lettinen just went back and got it, peeked over his shoulder, got freight trained right along the near boards. But Brown, as a defenseman, was nowhere to be seen getting back down into his own zone. And it allowed some open ice off to the side. And Mike Modano again on the business end of a pretty pass.
Lettinen gets an assist on the play. He started it.
Duly so.
Turnover again in the Hawk zone. Marshall ripped it well wide into the corner. Botterill crashing in with White. Zubov got an assist on the play as well. Sergei has a pair of assists in the game. Modano now with 2 goals. The Stars lead it 4-0. At center ice, puck corralled. Botterill to Herkus. He's in. Delays to Botterill. In too deep. Brown wraps him up. Herkus along the boards. Gives it to Marshall. Drops it for Zubov along the right wing side. Moreau holding him. Zubov twists away into the circle. Down low for Botterill. Good pass, but it's right to Emerson of the Hawks. And behind the play, the post is knocked loose from the goal.
Well, Mike Modano having himself a glorious game offensively. Much different than on Wednesday night when he didn't have a shot on goal. He has 2 goals, let alone shots on goal here tonight. He said his legs felt like he was skating in sand on Wednesday against Florida and really didn't get anything going, but You notice at the end of the game, maybe he didn't have anything going offensively, but who was out there to take a key defensive face-off, and who was out there on the ice in order to secure a one-goal victory? It was Modano. And the character check, I think, was tonight to find out how he bounced back from that poor effort on Wednesday. Well, he's bouncing back big time.
He has a pair of goals. The Stars have a 4-0 lead. Neuendijk knocks it out. Chicago line, Doug Zamolik gives it to Chris Chelios. The head off of Monty's stick. Works its way into the Dallas zone. Belfour out to handle it. Gilmore to take a whack at him. Moved the puck. Amani to Gilmore. Tried the give and go. It went off Ludwig. Amani off the boards. Stars couldn't get it out. Gilmore to Amani again. He overskates. Langenbrunner hands it off to Chambers. Here come the Stars. Verbeek cutting to the line as Chambers carries it across. Stops at the right point to Langenbrunner. Couldn't fire it. Drops for Chambers. His shot hit a skate. Back come the Hawks. 3-on-2 if they get it going. Amani is in to Gilmore. Right circle. Hands it off to Allison, but he's shadowed by Reed, and the puck spins to the near boards. Allison move it ahead again. Langenbrunner attacking with Verbeek. Handing it off to Hatcher. He's in. Circle. A shot up over the top of the net. Left point, Matvechuk. A drive right on. And Thibault climbs out to cover it with 9:20 remaining in the second. Well, folks, be sure you're at Reunion Arena February 26th. That's a week from tonight when the Stars take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Your chance to win a round trip for two, courtesy of American Airlines Breakaways.
The Hatcher brothers will be getting back together.
Yes.
Darian with the game winner on Wednesday night here, and of course Darian Hatcher and Sean Chambers have the little side thing going on with brother Kevin, as far as if those two can outscore Kevin in Pittsburgh. Chad Kilger, who was kneed in the side of the head earlier by his own teammate in front of Eddie Belfour, is being helped off the ice into the Hawks dressing room right now, and I don't think he's going to make it back.
Face off in the Chicago zone. Manson plays it to the point. The Hawks move it ahead. Good play. Matvechuk sticking Olchuk to the ice. Tried to cut around him. Hatcher using the boards, got it ahead. Hawks fumble it at center ice. Now Olchuk picks it up again. He'll slam it in left wing corner, hard off the boards. Belfour locked up behind his net. Keane coming in to take it away from LaRue. Reed hit Allison, and here come the Stars. Hatcher and Severin 2-on-2 to the Hawk line. And boy, if that's offside, wow. I mean, that was onside by 2 feet. I want to see that one again. We'll take a break on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
How long does it take to turn Dodge Durango from the sport utility with the most passenger room in its class into the one with the most cargo room? Not long enough. Durango. Dodge Durango, now available in two-wheel drive at the friendly Dodge dealer near you.
American Airlines now flies 14 times every business day from Love Field to Austin for the same low fare as the other airline. Oh, but you'd like pre-reserved seating. Well, that'll be the same low fare as the other airline. Wait, worldwide frequent flyer miles, you say? Yeah, you can get that for the same low fare as the other airline. So you get the picture. Fly from Love Field to Austin on American, and you don't pay more. You just get more.
Don't miss Cops, weeknights at 6:30 on KDFI Channel 27.
Another sellout crowd at Reunion Arena tonight.
Supermodel Naomi Campbell here in attendance.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a Friday night, so.
Star-studded affair.
Stars have lit it up on the Reunion Arena sheet. It is 4-0 Dallas after a 1-0 first period lead. Modano has a pair, and Severin has scored here in the second. Brett Hull on a power play in the first. Jamnoff centering. Lettinen tipped it away from Amani and then picks it up, and here he comes with Hull. The Chicago line. Hall delays. Amani caught him. Modano finding the puck. Hall was spun to the boards. Loose puck. Hall tried to find the handle, but it got away from him. Chicago tried to attack. Hall skating back, broke it up. Lettinen steering it ahead to guess who? Brett Hall. He's in. Tossed it into the corner. He needs a change. Modano working alone behind the Hawk goal. Almost kept in at the point. Chambers for the Stars at center ice, giving it to Marshall. Left wing to Botterill. He'll take it in. Left wing side into the corner, working against Brown. Reverses his tracks. Dumps it to Marshall. In front for Herkus. A shot. Blocked. Tony again. Played it across. Marshall to Ludwig at the left point. And Emerson scurrying after it. Corralled down. Stars will pick it up again. Marshall bringing it in. Emerson thrusting it out. Here comes Chicago's White. Drops. Emerson. Shot. Wristed it wide to Belfour's right. Eddie is tripped up.
A lot of stuff getting let go right now. There should have been a penalty on Herkus down at the other end for reaching out and grabbing on to Nelson Emerson. It was dangerous, too, because Emerson was only a couple of feet from the boards when he went down and wasn't in control. And then Ethan Moreau came down the other end. And I'm not sure whether he got shoved into Belfour, if he just continued to, yeah, his head was down. And then he just cruised into Eddie Belfour and tripped him up in the crease. Could make a case for goalie interference, but I don't think Moreau was even looking at Eddie Belfour, who's looked at 9 Hawk shots, and we are 13 minutes into the second period. Stars out shooting them 21-9 right now, and there have been little glimpses of some passion out of the Blackhawks at times, but it's been hit and miss a little bit. And with a 4-0 lead now for Dallas, you start to shut things down a little bit offensively and think more about just controlling what goes on the other direction.
Hawks have just 9 shots in the game. Nothing new. Dallas really has kept the opposition down in the shot department at home here the last little while. Moreau attack, swatted away, held in by Chelios at the line. He'll backhand it to the left corner. Hatcher first man there, up the boards, past Zamolik into the Chicago zone. Doug Zamolik there to pick it up. Got it out, stolen at the line, and just offside. Neuendijk thought he waited long enough, but he did not. Well, it's time to reveal another clue. In our watch, listen, and win game, you could win 2 round-trip tickets from Southwest Airlines or a Nokia cell phone with Southwestern Bell wireless service. Tonight's Dallas player has a brother who also played with the Stars, and in fact, they played together here in Dallas.
Oh, it's Neil Broughton.
That's not Neil Broughton.
Oh.
It has to be a current Star.
I just thought I'd throw something at the fridge, see if it stuck, you know.
What's with the puzzle? Did you see there's all that weird gunky stuff going on tonight?
Cavallini.
I don't think Gino was here.
Okay.
No. Paul was. Anybody else?
That's it. I'm out.
All right. Keep thinking. We got one more clue for you tonight. Modano backhands it deep. Chelios in pursuit. Lettinen all over him in the corner. Hall with a steal. Looking for Modano. The Modano, a shot, toe save. Boy, he shot that right skate out again.
He was already down, and that's that system. He's a disciple of Francois Allaire and Patrick Waugh and that group of French-Canadian netminders. You drop on everything, and then you make your move from that.
The Chicago zone, they work it out past Hall. Olczyk touches one off to Zhamnov. They're in and offside. 5:40 left in the second period. 4-0 Dallas.
Well, the shot came from the high slot, and Thibault, who's played well in this game despite the 4-0 score. He's made some good stops. He just can't make all the stops. Bouncing puck out into the slot. Modano looking for the hat trick, and it was slow getting there, and then I think it may have changed directions on the way in. The Hawks have scored only 2 goals or less in all but 11 of his 33 starts. So it's not like he's gotten an awful lot of offensive support whenever he's played for Chicago.
2.68 goals against and a respectable .911 save percentage for Thibault coming into the game tonight. Including tonight starting 11 in a row for the Hawks. and 23 of the last 25. He's appeared in 24 of the last 25. He came in relief of Fitzpatrick and got a tie a few weeks ago. At center ice, LaRue slams it in. Belfour out for a skate. Moves it to Ludwig. Gave it away to Daze. And he couldn't pound it into the open net.
Went right between the legs of Belfour, but out the other side.
Severin from long range, and stretching Thibault made the stop at the other end. Keane following it up along the near boards. Severin battling with Manson. Keane finds the loose puck to Severin. Again, he's jammed. Kicked it into the left wing corner. Allison taking it away from Keane behind his net. Chased, hooked at. Plays it up into the Dallas bench. Right, I think it hit Rick Wilson.
He's been hit twice. Hitchcock got out of the way.
Stars lead it 4-0. Back with more in a moment on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
I hold in my hand proof that we are finally getting our financial act together. This is our monthly statement from our new money manager account. It's a way to make our investments and our bank account work together automatically to help us earn more.
Really? How much more?
I'm not telling.
He's so silly. Well, I tell you stuff.
Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Donald Trump. We're all cut from the same cloth, and that cloth is very, very large.
It's not too big, is it?
No. Turn left on Trump Avenue.
Ever wonder why New Yorkers have such big mouths?
Go big or go home.
Because we eat big pizza, like the big New Yorker from Pizza Hut. 16 inches of real New York pizza dripping with cheese at a very un-New York price.
$9.99. They've got to be losing money on this.
The big New Yorker, new from Pizza Hut. It's beautiful.
4-0 Stars. Chicago almost with their first goal as Ludwig had a miscue down in the right wing corner. Daze brought it to the front of the net and actually had Belfour beat, who was scrambling back into his net, but it went between his legs and harmlessly out the other side.
Hawks have the puck in their own zone. Brad Brown been all over the ice, hitting everything. White bats it across the Dallas line. Hand pass called against the Hawks.
Well, the Hawks have had two stretches now, lengthy droughts as far as shots on goal are concerned. They've had droughts of 10 minutes and 7 minutes in the game already, and this is not unlike some other teams that have come trooping in here. The last 4 home games, the Stars have allowed a mind-boggling 9 shots through 2 periods.
Through 2 periods?
Yeah, average. So teams aren't even getting double figures as far as shots on goal. That's how good defensively they've been.
Botterill will take it in. Left wing corner, working against Brown. Bounced off the check. Marshall to Herkus. Couldn't get it into a shooting position. Now battles with Brown. Shot around. Sador couldn't keep it in, and it floats back into the Dallas zone. Sergei Zubov has a pair of assists in the game. He's chased out by Ethan Morrow. Lost the handle, got it back, pushed it out to center ice. Chelios at the Hawk line. Dodged a hit, got it across. And Ed Olczyk looks back and sees a 2-line pass called against Chicago.
Well, last look, the Detroit Red Wings were winning tonight. I think it was 3-1 last time we checked. And they're the only team in the league that has a longer current winning streak than the Stars. Isn't it funny how the cream rises every now and then? And Detroit's won 5 in a row, Dallas 4. Calgary, who you mentioned earlier, are trying to surge into a playoff spot, 3. Montreal, who played very well against Philadelphia when I watched them, also with 3. And Ottawa, they've been like that all year. Just been a solid young club.
Detroit has 1. That's a final, so now it is 6 in a row for the Wings. Stars going after the puck. It slows right at the line, and they give Zamolik the icing call. 3:27 remaining in the second period. Well, season ticket holders, don't forget to take advantage of your exclusive renewal options for the 1999 Stanley Cup playoff tickets. The deadline for payment is Wednesday, March 17th. Operators are standing by now at 214-GO-STARS, and you get on that priority list by becoming a season ticket holder. So call 214-GO-STARS as well if you're interested for next season. And I'll tell you what, we're going to have a postseason run again, Razor, where people will be screaming about how come there's no tickets available.
Not too many available for this one.
No, it's a sellout again tonight.
Yeah.
Chicago Blackhawks, the worst team in the West, so that'll tell you. Dallas Stars are a hot ticket indeed. Now they cover up in their own zone, clear it to the line. The Hawks keep it in. The fans right at the blue line didn't like the call. Amani attempting to center. Langenbrunner wrapping him up. Zamolik couldn't shoot it. He'll play it behind to Olczyk. To send it out front. Belfort down. Hatcher whipped it to the backboards. Amani spinning it out to the right point man Chelios, who fires wide of the net. Zamolik along the far side. Verbeek battling to kick it out. That's Pat Verbeek for you. 1,200 games. His 1,200th tonight. Still scrapping hard. Battle in the Chicago zone. It's Chelios grabbing a man.
He's got Verbeek.
And they're hanging on along the wall. Chelios through a left over the top.
I think this started again with a hit on Jamnov and then a teammate coming to his aid. It's Pat Verbeek. All he needs to do now is score a goal. He took a punch as he was giving it to Randy Mitten, the linesman, and now he's lost his marbles.
He's trying to get through the linesman.
He's gone loopy now. Oh, an overhand right. He snuck in there. He was mad at Mitten, the one linesman that had him tied up, because I think he was getting the worst of it because he couldn't get loose. And then he got dinged right on the end of the chin. Well, it all started along the far boards just to the left of the Stars bench. Langenbrunner was hustling in after Chelios. Jamnov came in as support, and as he came in, he got nailed just like Brown nailed Lettinen down at the other end. And Chelios didn't like it, so he dropped the mitts, grabbed onto Verbeek, and the two of them went at it. Pat Verbeek, the 1,200th NHL game, 473 goals, 2,620. I'm sure you'll get a fighting major out of that at least. He and Rick Tocchet of the Phoenix Coyotes are the only players in the NHL in history, in the history of this league, to rack up 400 goals and 2,500 penalty minutes. And he's close to 500. When Pat Verbeek goes over 500, and he'll probably go 500 and maybe 3,000, that's going to be an extremely difficult stat to overcome. I mean, you start wondering about guys and where they might end up at the end of it. I don't know if anybody can put those numbers up in today's NHL.
You know, his father is in town. His parents are here. Ran into his father this morning. And I asked his father, and does this not sound like Pat Verbeek's father? I said, how long you staying? He said, oh, we hit hard and leave fast.
Well, that's Sarnia, Ontario, isn't it? That's pig farmer land up there, you bet. His dad said he was around for the first game at Madison Square Garden in New York, which was his second game. They had a home and home when Pat Verbeek started his career with the New Jersey Devils. They played against the Rangers at home. That was his first game. And then the next night they played the Rangers at Madison Square Garden, and he incited a Donnybrook when he ran over Don Maloney his first shift. He went in and steamrolled him. Well, that time he came in and steamrolled Jamnov, and because of that he had to drop the mitts and chuck the knuckles with Chelios.
Well, he'll be here through the weekend, and that's when the Dallas Stars are on television and radio next. The Colorado Avalanche are here Sunday afternoon, a 2 o'clock start. Catch the action on Fox 4 TV. I understand Jigs McDonald will be coming in to work the game on the television side. I'm not sure who his partner is. Razor and I will call it for you on the radio on 820 News Talk 820 WBAP.
The Avalanche are winless in 3 since winning 12 in a row.
And that happens.
It does. Pittsburgh's losing again tonight, and they had, I believe, a 10 game. Am I right, or was it more?
9 or 10.
Yeah, 10. And they're in danger of losing 2 in a row. So.
Stars are in again. Lettinen behind the goal, walking out, trying to fire. He does. Thibault the save, and then Thibault accepts the puck from his defenseman, Laflamme.
How about Yuri Lettinen? You can almost just stamp Road Warrior on his head, because he's been much more productive away from Reunion Arena in the last 10 games than he has here at home. Only has 2 goals and 1 assist. This heading into tonight's action, and is -1 in the last 10 here at home, and the last 10 on the road. He has 3 goals and 8 assists for 11 points, so he's over a point a game, and he's +8. You're supposed to be able to get the matchups at home, aren't you?
Yeah. Here's the out-of-town scoreboard raiser. The Rangers have defeated Pittsburgh 6-1, so there it is. Icing coming up against the Hawks. Ludwig touches up, and the pace has slowed considerably. The Stars lead the game 4-0 with 22 minutes remaining in it, and really not a whole lot left to be decided.
Well, the game is officially constipated, is what it is. It's bunged up right now.
What do you have for it?
I mean, I don't know if there's a record for whistles, but I mean, they play in 15-second, 25-second increments in this thing right now.
Face off to Thibault's left. Madano against Gilmore. Gilmore won the draw. Laflamme idling back of his goal. Lettinen forces him to play it to Brown. Up ahead to Simpson. Another whistle.
I don't think they got to 15 seconds.
No, they didn't.
Oh, my.
Well, the Stars are in the middle of a homestand here. 4 in a row. This is the 3rd game of it. Stars have put 4 straight wins together. They won on the road at Anaheim and LA. They won here Monday against Edmonton, Wednesday against Florida, and they're on their way here against the Hawks. They'll finish up this 4-game set of it on Sunday afternoon.
Well, the Hawks are on the short end of a lot of things so far in this game, but one area where they're dominating is in faceoffs. 30 wins against 15 losses, and they just win another one.
Stars work hard to try and get it back in the Chicago zone. Herkus is all over Zhamnov. They'll pirouette away and drop it to Manson. Advances it ahead. Comes Allison to center, bouncing it to Belfour. He'll play it off the boards to his right. Amani with a steal. He shot it through Olchuk's legs. Here comes Dave Reed, alone to the Chicago line. Herkus is a bit behind him. He'll dump it deep. Just along the right wing boards, off his skate. Reed, drop pass, a good one to Keane. He's tackled in the slot. Reed will try and fish it out. The Hawks have possession. Deal it ahead to center. Amani is in, a drive. He hit the side of the net. The red light came on.
Well, the goal judges now in the NHL, they're like the Queen of England. They're just figureheads because they don't really have a say in anything anymore. It's video goal judges now, so perhaps they just want to get involved a little bit. Notice me, please.
And the ones behind Belfour have really not had much to do at all.
Yeah, he might have just twitched. Maybe they woke him up. I don't know what happened down
there. In the Star zone, it's Marshall. Zhamnov took it away. Marshall got it back. Out of Nieuwendyk. He's hustling ahead. Marshall's up on this wing because Verbeek is off the ice with the penalties. Nieuwendyk centers. That could have been called as well. He was tripped up by Morrow. Punches it out. Matt Tkachuk at center ice to Hatcher. On his own bench, Zamolik played it forward. Hawks deal it in, and Morrow is offside on his way to a change with 17 and 9/10 seconds remaining. What's the over-under on the number of whistles between now and the end of the period?
Well, the guy, he may have just, they startled him. I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
I think he got startled. Hit the toggle switch a little too quick. Tremendous rapidity on his thumb and finger.
It's a good seat.
Whip it off. Well, it hit the mesh on the outside of the net. He'll bounce back.
Yeah.
It's a character guy.
Yeah. Manson from center slugs it in. Ludwig chips it to the point. Laflamme's drive, tip, just wide of the net.
I think Ludwig stopped that one.
Gilmore back of the goal, centering. They don't get the shot away. Daze does. It's blocked, and that's the end of the second period.
It's like trying to shoot a puck through a group of cinder blocks. Everybody blocks shots. Chambers blocked one. Ludwig blocked 2 or 3. It's come to an end.
Thankfully. Mike Madano had 2 goals in the period. Brent Severin had one as well. Hull got it started in the first. Chicago doesn't score, of course. Hull will have the game-winning goal,
which would be fitting. 20 minutes left, and still a lot of hockey to play. And you know, who knows what happens in the third period. The Hawks need something positive to get them back into this thing in some regard, but Dallas is in complete control of this one.
Tonight's game, it's brought to you by the new Dodge. It's about change. Lots more to come from Reunion Arena when we continue. It's 4-0 Dallas on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
You know what I want.
Yeah, me too.
Don't come back with that one. You know what I want. And don't come back with that one.
I only got the one.
Don't come back with that one.
Where's the next store?
Yuma, 150 miles.
Oh, too bad.
Have you ever been to Yuma?
Sports Day, award-winning coverage that pulls you in. So many stats it borders on indulgence. It's quite compelling. Maybe too compelling. Pick up a copy today.
Want plenty of horses plus plenty of room? Then ride off in a Dodge Ram quad cab.
A Magnum powered by the ton, Dodge Ram is the fun. At the Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Dodge Rams are overall America's most powerful line of full-size pickups. The longest lasting, too. Plus, Ram quad cabs were the first to offer 4 doors. Just imagine the possibilities that opens up.
The Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Big night for the home team tonight. The Dallas Stars all over the Hawks. It's 4-0 through 2 periods of play. Welcome back to Dallas Stars Hockey. I'm Ralph Strangis. Tonight on the Nations Bank check of the game. Well, he's playing in his 1200th tilt. He has been noticed by everyone, including Alexei Zhamnov. It's Pat Verbeek walking in and starting something along the boards. He'll just flatten Zhamnov right to the ice as Zhamnov makes the turn, and boom. Nations Bank reminds you to call 1-800-NATIONS for your banking needs. The old Whataburger, what a shot. We take you back to an earlier game this season. The Stars are at the United Center against the Hawks, and it's Darian Hatcher taking a perfect pass from Grant Marshall. Taking a look, looking at the net. Where do I put it? Oh, what a shot! Right up over Jeff Hackett's glove, the now departed Chicago netminder, and the Stars won that game. They tied that game, pardon me. Well, folks, tomorrow we have an exciting day for you planned at Reunion Arena. Bring the kids, bring the family. This is a great event. Every year we have what we like to call hot dogs and hockey pucks. It's free from 2:30 to 5:30 tomorrow afternoon. Kids 14 and under will get to play interactive games and meet Stars players. Admission is free. For more information, call 214-GO-STARS. And once more, thank you so much to the good folks at Minyard Food Stores, Carnival, and Sack and Save. The Dallas Stars all over the Hawks. It's 4-0 on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
You dream in color. Do you dream about the ultimate truck? A really rugged truck that comes with 4-wheel analog brakes, air conditioning, cassette, and aluminum wheels. And let's say this ultimate truck is just $199 a month with 0 down.
Hey, wake up and check out your dream truck, the Chevy S10, with a powerful Vortec engine that goes up to 100,000 miles before its first scheduled tune-up. Man, that could be 7 years. And the S10's still just $199 a month.
The truck dreams are made of.
The Chevy S10.
Pizza Hut dared anyone to find a better pizza.
Oh, really?
Papa John took the challenge and won in independent taste tests, one big time. That's not surprising. After all, we were named Best Pizza Chain 2 years in a row.
Anybody can claim to make a better pizza, but it's you, the consumer, who've decided. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Try our Papa's Choice. That's a large pizza with your choice of up to 5 toppings for just $10.99.
Hello?
Hey, what'd your wife say?
No. What about your place?
No.
Hold on. Hey, what did your wife say?
No. Hold on. Hey, what'd your wife say?
No.
With 2 power outlets and a built-in picnic table, it's the ultimate survival tool.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
The 4-wheel drive CR-V from Honda.
Come on, I gotta be home by 10.
Me too.
Me too.
It is the result of imagining without boundaries. Introducing the new Chrysler Concorde LXI. Roomy, luxurious cabin, 8-way power leather-trimmed seats, and a concert-quality sound system. Chrysler Concorde, built on the belief that great cars appeal to a more passionate side. Chrysler, engineered to be great cars.
Get into your North Texas Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. New, different, that's us.
Welcome back to Reunion Arena, everyone. The Dallas Stars, with 3 unanswered goals in the first 8.5 minutes of that second period, now lead the Chicago Blackhawks 4-0 after 40 minutes. Well, it's time to check out the Miller Lite Open Net once again, and tonight's question pertaining to the guys who take down all the statistical information. Question comes from David Olivares, I hope I said that properly, of Dallas. Wants to know how the stats are updated during a game and how many people are actually involved in this thing. I believe it was at the beginning of last season that they updated things as far as league-wide. They went to this IBM statistical information package, and that's why we have so much stuff to spew on the air every night. We're going to show you the guys who actually do it, and gals. There are some women that do this during the game. They're all outfitted with IBM computers, of course. There are 5 of them all told. 1 for visiting ice time, 1 does home ice times. 3 of them, or the third one does shots, blocked, missed, and taken. Penalties are also taken by a separate person. And all the other statistics, including face-offs, hits, takeaways, and giveaways, are taken by another person. So there's 5 of them that do this thing. They're compiled, gathered, tabulated. It's like voting at the Miss USA pageant. And then in between periods, we get a sheet that looks like that. And it has the statistical anomalies, including ice times, shots on goal, face-off wins, losses, percentages, penalty minutes, hits, takeaways, giveaways, block shots. It's all down there. It's like information overload for us up here, and we always give it to Red, our statistician, and he breaks it down for us. What I get from the people that actually do the tabulating is that they'd rather have 2 sets of eyes, 1 to watch the ice surface and 1 to watch their computers, because you can't do 2 at once. And believe it or not, yes, they do, in fact, miss a few things. And sometimes it's not the same in every building, but they do their best. So there you go, David. There's your answer. If you have something on your mind that you'd like to ask us, all you have to do is email us. Log on to the Stars website. There it is atop that spinning puck. We look forward to hearing from you, and we're glad to help you out. Glad to help out David this evening. Well, the Chi-Hawks could use a little help here this evening. The Stars have them in a stranglehold after 40 minutes. 4-0 Dallas on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
News Radio, weekday afternoons on KDFI Channel 27. Your channel surfing stops on KDFI. At 10:30, it's Mama's Family, The Nanny, and Roseanne. Your late-night ladies of laughter tonight on Channel 27.
When winter is at its worst, you'll find the Lexus RX 300 at its best. Because with 220 horsepower and 4-wheel drive, it can always get around, which could be the difference between your having a normal life this winter and no life. The 4-wheel drive RX 300, the Motor Trend Sport Utility of the Year.
At Park Place Lexus, Sewell Lexus, and Sewell Lexus of Fort Worth.
Thinking about a new car? Check out the new Ford Taurus. It has 40 standard safety and security features, plus a 5-star frontal crash test rating. Yep, things have changed on the new Taurus, including the price. In fact, we even dropped a grade. The 99 Ford Taurus. Same equipment as the 98, but $1,000 less.
Something else has dropped. Now you can drive a new Taurus for just $265 a month. See your Texas Ford dealer today.
Right now at iMasters, choose from our best offers ever. Get a free pair of glasses when you buy 1 pair, or get 50% off any frame in the store. But only for a short time at iMasters.
was interesting.
The all-new Volkswagen Jetta. Sometimes everything just comes together.
Stars 4, Hawks nothing through 40 minutes of play at Reunion Arena. Other scores in the National Hockey League tonight. Let's go to the Southwest Airlines out-of-town scoreboard. The Lightning beat the Coyotes 4-2 tonight. It's a rough start for the Coyotes' 7-game road trip.
Wilkie played goal for Tampa Bay, too, so they've gone down the list in their goaltending department for that victory.
Dominic Hasek out with a groin strain, but the Sabres score a pile of them tonight to beat the visiting San Jose Sharks 4-2 at the Marine Midland Arena. Almost said the odd. The Rangers all over the pen, 6-1 at Madison Square Garden tonight. Detroit 3, the New Jersey Devils 1. That's 6 wins in a row for the Wings. Nashville ahead of Colorado 4-2 in the third.
Bunch of power play goals in that one. Dunham probably giving them a chance to win in that one. The fine goaltender with the Predators.
Calgary 4, Anaheim 1. The score in the second period up at the Saddle Dome in Alberta. And we'll break. Not everybody here loves the Stars. You got to be brave. But there's a youngster with a Tony Amonte jersey. Not much to cheer about. The Hawks not on the board. The Stars 4-0 after 2 on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Unlike other airlines, Southwest doesn't limit seats for frequent flyer award tickets. So if we've got a seat, it's yours. Not for keeps.
You are now free to move about the country.
Unlike other airlines, Southwest frequent flyer tickets can be easily transferred to friends and family members. Or perhaps someone else.
You are now free to move about the country.
Talk to me, lad. Unburden yourself. Oh, your silence speaks volumes. You're living a lie, aren't you?
You can't go around looking like diet when you're tasting more like the regular Dr. Pepper.
Do you feel no remorse? Do you feel no shame? Oh boy.
Diet Dr. Pepper tastes more like regular. That's our story and we're sticking to it.
Now, you can show you're a true Stars fan whenever you use your Stars Platinum MasterCard. The Stars Platinum MasterCard features a low 3.9% fixed introductory rate, no annual fee, and a credit line up to $100,000. Just look for the Stars MasterCard kiosk located in Reunion Arena and receive a free gift when you apply. Or call 1-800-FIRST-USA. Apply now for the Stars Platinum MasterCard and get all the credit you deserve.
For over 63 years, the Minyard family has been serving your family's grocery needs. Up and down every aisle, our experience really shows at your nearby Minyard food store. Feel it in the farm-fresh fruits and vegetables carefully selected daily. See it in the lean USDA choice meats and poultry trimmed to perfection. Taste it in the terrific variety of name-brand products. At Minyard food stores, quality, value, and customer satisfaction are a family tradition.
Back at Reunion Arena and getting set for the third period of tonight's game. The Stars scored the only goal of the first period. Brett Hull's 24th from Zubov and Sador on the power play at 4:27. Dallas led 1-0. In the second, they used the power play to open it up to 2-0.
Right from the left wing wall, the near side boards, down into the corner. Verbeek just thrust it out in front, and then what a shot by Modano to rip it. Top shelf, short side on Thibault. I don't think he saw all of it.
Mike Modano's 18th on a power play at 1:28 from Verbeek and Chambers. Dallas led 2-0. Grant Marshall had an opportunity.
He had 2 on one shift. His first one was stopped, and then he was fed right in front of the net by Botterill, right off to the side of the net. Just chipped it across, and instead of ramming it into the back of the net, he just tried to chip it over top of Thibault, and Thibault made the save. Stars got up again and got in. Brent Severin had 2 opportunities. His first one was blocked, and then he got a rebound back off the pad of Thibault, rammed that one home, and he's going to give Sador a run for his money on celebrations after goal.
Brent Severin's first as a Dallas Star, his first of the season from Keane and Chambers. Chambers with a pair of assists at 3:06. The Stars led it 3-0. They weren't done.
Mike Modano's second of the hockey game, a lovely give and go with Sergei Zubov. Those guys love to pass with one another if there's nobody else on the ice. Modano dropped it. Zubov grabbed it. Pretty backhand pass right over to Mike Modano on his off wing. And he ripped that one up and over top of Thibault, who is finished for the night.
Modano's second of the game, 19th of the season from Sergei Zubov and Jere Lehtinen. And it's Mark Fitzpatrick in goal. Thibault surrendered 4 goals on 24 shots in 40 minutes. And Fitzpatrick will try it now. Sador will pick it up for the Stars. Up the boards to Lehtinen. Now to Modano. Here he comes with Hull into the Chicago zone. To Hull, right circle, wrist shot, tip. Modano, hat trick! That's his second hat trick of the season, the 5th of his career. Mike Modano, a 3-goal night against the Hawks. The Stars have opened a 5-0 lead.
Well, we've seen that duo, Brown and Laflamme, out there an awful lot against Modano's line, and I'm not sure whether that's Hitchcock getting his matchup or if that's what Dirk Graham, the Hawks coach, prefers. But Modano made him into a Statue of Liberty on one of the goals in the second period. And then on this last one, just that speed in the neutral zone. It was a 2-on-2 from center ice in. A little give and go at the blue line. Hull had it, sent it towards the net. Modano got inside position on Brown and then shuffled a backhand past Fitzpatrick. It's a rude awakening for Mark Fitzpatrick to come into this game and have Modano basically mano-a-mano with him on his first shot. He was out of position, and so was the Hawk defense, and it's 5-0. The last hat trick for Mike Modano was
in Toronto.
That's right, the 5-1, the last night at Maple Leaf Gardens, and that gives him the last road hat trick at MLG, and he has the big night here so far, and they're not done. There's still 19.5 minutes remaining.
And they're clearing some of the debris.
Boy, you don't have to tell the fans here twice that it's a hat trick, huh?
No.
Oh, man.
It's a program trick, too.
Yes, apparently. The shower of shrapnel and chapeaus from up above. Well, they needed something to celebrate. Not that they haven't celebrated the goals or anything, but this has been a stunted game from the get-go. Through 2 periods, there were 44 face-offs, which means there was a face-off basically every minute. That's how slow things were.
Wow.
But the speed of Modano and Brett Hall's ability to pass the puck, little saucer in front, lead Modano into it, and the hat trick for him. So Zubov has a pair of assists in this game. Chambers has a pair of assists. Lehtinen now has a pair of assists, and Modano has a hat trick.
Well, and there's a fan in the stands that's going to get himself a free suit of clothes tonight from our friends at Lombardo. Jay and the guys will have to measure up. Somebody new. A hat trick means somebody gets a free suit. And oh, are they nice suits?
So we're dapperly attired in nightly up here.
Yeah.
Forrest and David.
Yeah.
The boys there will set you up.
You betcha. Well, Mark Fitzpatrick comes into the game, and 21 seconds in, he has not seen a lot of minutes lately, not hardly at all since Thibault came from Montreal. And I mean, I think he has 2 appearances in the last 25 games for the Hawks. This is his 3rd.
Well, his last start was a 6-6 tie at Calgary, and he got yanked in that one, and Thibault ended up getting the tie in it. His last complete game was a 3-3 tie in Nashville.
Hawks fire it in. Zubov picking it up. Zhamnov jamming him. Lehtinen trying to get it ahead. Modano once in his career has had a 4-goal night. I want to check that, but that's his high. Sador guns it down, and icing called against the Dallas Stars. Yes, it was a 4-goal night, February 16th, 1996, against the Edmonton Oilers.
Well, this jersey seems to work. And Jim Lights, the president of the Dallas Stars, was telling us at the people at the Dr. Pepper luncheon that it's going to get worn quite a bit in the future.
Yep.
Not only in the regular season, but exclusively in the postseason. And they are unbeaten with 11 wins and 4 ties when wearing it. And it's a beautiful sweater or jersey, depending on what side of the 49th parallel you're on.
Hawks, Daze shot blocked by Matvichuk. Chicago sending it around behind. LaRue laid it behind the net to Daze, to Gilmore in the corner, knifed out of there, and here comes Grant Marshall ahead. Ran into Zamolik, cut down. Langenbrunner tried to follow it up. It's picked off. Hawks are in. Gilmore left circle. Centering off a skate. I think it's a goal. I think it went off Matvichuk and in before the net was dislodged. But that's my own view from it from up here, and they're certainly going to go upstairs. The light did not come on, and we'll see what the call is here.
Well, the linesman got over to referee Dan Marawelli right away, and he wants the phone. And the question is going to be whether Daze was shoved into the crease. He obviously doesn't think that he was, because he'd be able to make that call, I would say, instantaneously. Great patience by Gilmore to wait. He knew there was traffic in front of the net. And then the question, I think, is going to be whether his foot was in the crease or not. He didn't kick it in. I don't even know if it hit Daze on the far side. Boy, that's going to be close. See, the puck has to be in the crease before the opposing player can get in there.
I think it's a goal. It's close. Boy, is it close.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's close.
Probably will be. But it's whose goal? Is it Gilmore's?
Gilmore. I don't know. It looked like it went off Matvichuk, but that was my initial thought on the play. But
well, Dougie Gilmore was the guy that made it happen, because if he just fires that right away when he's on the wing and doesn't wait an extra couple of ticks, then there's no way that thing caroms in. Belfour didn't contest the centering pass that went right through the crease, which was his boo-boo on it. And Doug Gilmore waits impatiently to figure out whether he has a goal or they have a goal, or Eddie Belfour continues with the goose egg. A lengthy conversation going on. I hope they have a good long-distance plan going.
It's probably the folks at Southwestern Bell have that one all.
It's a tough call.
Yeah.
You know, as you mentioned, because there are so many players, or where it went in, there were a lot of players in there. So now he explains. Gilmore doesn't need an explanation. He knows that they're on the scoreboard. So their 11th shot of the game, not a pretty one. And from what I heard the other night when they beat Vancouver 4-0, there weren't that many oil paintings in that one either.
Well, Eddie Belfour was that far away from shutout number 4. There's still some time left in this game, obviously, nearly a full period, but the fans now getting a look at the Jumbotron screen for the first time of the goal. It's Gilmore's, they're saying. It's his 15th of the season. It's also his 46th point. Hawks are on the board. It's a 5-1 score early in the third period. Chicago guns it in. Belfour hands it to Matvichuk. Steps it out. Severin lost it to Daze. Matvichuk turning in the corner. Hawks pick it up. LaRue centering. It's knocked down by Hatcher's big boot. Gilmore behind the net, has some time, tried to work it out front. Matvichuk closed on him to block the pass, and then swats it down the ice, but it'll go right at Fitzpatrick and just slid past the crease. So that is icing, in fact, against the Dallas Stars.
I don't think this season is what Doug Gilmore thought it was going to be when he signed with Chicago in the summer as an unrestricted free agent. Started this game 5 points back of Tony Amani in the team scoring race. Most of them assists. You mentioned his goal totals a minute ago. There have been trade rumors all over the place if you peddle in rumors, and the biggest one, him going to Buffalo, and you'd have to think that whoever traded for him, if that happened, Chicago would have to eat some of his contract. He signed for $18 million in 3 years.
A lot of money. Tony Herkus from center ice guns it into the Chicago zone. Hawks are on it. Allison kicked it around. Emerson lost it. Ludwig from the point, a shot looking for Keane in front. He couldn't get to it to deflect. Chambers from the right point again deals it around. On the left wing boards, it's Manson ahead to White. To Morrow in the middle of the ice. Pass out of his reach. Chambers will lug it ahead. Fell, but got it in. Allison will pick it up. Walk it forward. Picked off again by Chambers. Chicago line. The rolling puck collected by White. Approaching 3 minutes gone here in the third period. The Stars are up 5-0. Modano has 3 goals. Lettinen along the near boards in the Hawk zone. Left point Sador to Hall to Modano. Couldn't get it off his stick. Tried to drag it past Manson, but Manson played it well and sends it to Belfour, who sweeps it up ahead to Modano. Makes the turn at his own line, gives it to Sador. Ahead and off the boards, too far for Lettinen. Icing here against Dallas. 5-1 Stars early in the third on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
It's the hottest selling car in its class. It's the only one in its class with a 5-star rating. Available 225 horsepower. It's a legendary performer. Ford Mustang. Need another reason? The 98 Ford Mustang. Now with as much as $1,500 cash back or as low as 2.9% financing for 48 months. Ford Mustang. A great reason to see your Ford dealer. Home of the #1 selling cars and trucks in Texas.
Latest in a long history of exceptional cars from Audi. The Audi A6.
Dallas Stars Hockey is brought to you in part by Audi.
The guy some people call the Motor City Mo. I don't even know if they do that or not. Mike Modano has a hat trick in the game. The Stars are up 5-1 over the Blackhawks.
Who calls him that?
I don't know.
Yeah. Modano had a hat trick last year against the Hawks. 2 of his 5 career 3-goal nights have come against Chicago. And they have both happened in this building.
He's shown that he has a little elasticity in his game, that's for sure.
Matvechuk back to get it. LaRue pursuing off the far boards. Neuendijk taking it ahead at center. Gilmore swats it away. Hawks gun it right back in. Belfour stopping it, handing it off to Langenbrunner. Used the boards, got it out. Chelios at center to Manson. Back to Chelios. Verbeek is back on for the Stars. Chelios is on for the Hawks. Daze pokes it wide of Belfour's goal. On the left wing side, Manson fired it behind the net. Gilmore in the corner to Daze back of the goal. Centering pass to LaRue. Blocked by Neuendijk. Cleared. Down the ice. Laflamme giving chase. Icing the call against the Dallas Stars.
Well, for Dallas, winning 4 in a row, now they're starting to creep up towards the longest winning streak they've had of the season, which is 6. And if you remember back to it, that was the tail end, the very end of that 15-game unbeaten streak when they were slammed shut by Calgary in what they call the Canadian Cowtown. We got one of those up there too.
Yeah. The Streak Busters. Laflamme shot. Smartly kicked out by Belfour.
Are they winning some faceoffs or what?
Oh my goodness me. Modano coming into the period was 2 for 17. Marshall along the near boards. Herkus steals it to Zubov at the point. Along the boards to Marshall in front. Deflected wide. Botterill in front. Marshall in the right corner. Centering pass. Botterill poking at it. And kicked away. Fitzpatrick put it in the corner. Morrow up the boards. Herkus collecting it at center to Zubov. Moving ahead. He'll gun it in. Stars want to change here. Hawks tip it out. Modano will pick it up. Give it to Zubov. Sergei has 2 assists in the game. Hall going after a loose puck in the Chicago zone. Chelios got there first. Bringing it up the near side. Olczyk played it ahead. Lettinen blocked it. Coming up to knock it down at the line was Chambers. And the Hawks take over again. Zamolik firing it into the Dallas zone. Chambers clearing it to Lettinen in front of the Dallas bench. Pass into the middle of the ice. Ricochets off the bodies. Chelios will bring it to the Dallas line. To Amani, his shot blocked. Hall overskates the puck. The Hawks are in. It's Jamnoff behind the goal. Wrapping around. Belfour the save. Jamnoff to Chelios at the right point. To Jamnoff. Chased by Lettinen. He gave it away. It's poked ahead, and the Stars need a change.
Seen a lot of line combinations out of the Hawks tonight. Jamnov started on their fourth line. He's out there with Olczyk and Amani.
The Dallas zone, Dave Reed quietly played a very nice game tonight. Here's Keane moving it ahead into the Chicago zone, taking on two Hawks. Taking Brown to the corner. Reed will follow up the play. Gun it around the boards. Hatcher holding it at the right point, playing it into the near corner. Behind the net, Reed centering, but right to LaRue. Matt Tkachuk forcing them to keep it in. Now they wrist it around the boards. Gilmore is chasing. Matt Tkachuk will get there first. Icing against the Hawks with 13:36 to play in the third. It's 5-1 Dallas.
Well, Alex Jamnov is another one of their skilled players that just has not responded whatsoever to Dirk Graham. He's not a favorite of Graham's. Their head coach, he benched him. Had a pretty good wraparound attempt. He beat Chambers in behind and then wrapped it on his forehand. Belfour was already down though, and with his stick and blocker down on the ice, there was no room unless Jamnov elevates that thing. A trade on the horizon? I don't know. I hate sitting around and speculating what other teams are going to do or not going to do, but there are a lot of these players that if it's either one or the other, if Dirk Graham's their coach on into the future, there are some people that just obviously aren't or can't play for him. So a lot of times you either change the coach or you have a wholesale change of players, and they've done that this year too.
Yeah, they've moved a lot of bodies. They've had a lot of kids playing, but they've yet to really get anything going. In the Hawk zone, it's Manson on his second tour of duty with Chicago. He was a former first-round pick of the Hawks in '85. Turned it over. Langenbrunner lost the handle as Gilmore steals it back. Backhands it to the line and out. LaRue trying to catch up to it, but Zubov has it. He'll throw it out. Verbeek took a stick. He's battling with LaRue outside the line. They whack at each other. Stars carry it ahead. Langenbrunner into the zone, tossing it to his left to Verbeek. To the corner for Langenbrunner, to Neuendijk in front. He's tied up, taken down on the play, and the Hawks bring it ahead. Gilmore from center thought about shooting it in. Now on the delay does drive it into the Dallas zone, but right to Sador. He'll scamper forward, trying to catch the Hawks in a change. Just chipped it deep. Chelios there along the near boards. It's popped up into the stands and out of play. With 12:27 remaining in the third period, Dallas in command 5-1 on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
1, 2, 3. There's 250,000 miles around Texas. Amarillo down to Lubbock to San Antonio. From the Rio Grande Valley up to Houston on to Dallas. Austin to El Paso, and then we'll fly you home. There's miles and miles and miles and miles of Texas. From the beaches to the mountains to the plains. We'll get you there on time on Southwest Airlines. I guess that's why we're called the company plane.
These delicious moments are brought to you by Wendy's Monterey Ranch Chicken Sandwich. It's a juicy whole chicken breast filet, Monterey Jack, and a creamy ranch sauce with real pieces of bacon.
This sandwich is the bomb.
You bet it is. It's back.
You got anything to eat?
Check the glove box. Nope. Visor. Hungry? Then come to Wendy's late night pickup window for something delicious like a quarter-pound single and biggie fries.
When somebody's up late, we feed them.
Check under the seat. Forget about it.
Well, let's peek inside the old Star Stuff catalog tonight. It's a hat trick night, so let's give you a hat. The classic crest cap by Sports Specialties. Item 603, ask for it. Call 214-GO-STARS. Hatcher a drive. Fitzpatrick the save. It's bounced wide of the goal. Emerson will pick it up, float it to the line, held in, and then pushed across. Loose puck. Marshall tried to one-arm it. Spinning Herkus deals it deep. Fitzpatrick will set it up. Zamolik will go back and get it. 12:05 remaining in the third period, and this thing was decided quite a while ago. Stars lead at 5-1. And they've broken the will of a team that didn't have a whole lot of that to begin with. Zamolik making the turn. From the Hawks ahead, White at center. The Dallas line. Emerson will chip it in. Belfour out of his goal to gun it to the far side. Herkus to the puck. He'll skate forward to center ice, thrust it in, and both teams will get a change. LaFlamme shot a pass across to Zhamnov to Amani. He's in, dropped it for Zhamnov. Puck loose, played to the far boards. Olczyk, high slot, Brown's drive. Over the crowd in front, wide of the goal. Amani in the near corner to Zhamnov. Twisting away from Chambers. LaFlamme had it, shot out ahead. Here comes Modano with Lettinen, a 2-on-1. Modano is into Lettinen, and the puck rolled. He couldn't fire it cleanly. Modano again behind the net. Back out on top to Chambers. Wrist shot, save Fitzpatrick.
Well, the Hawks got pinching again, and there's one of two things. When your defense pinch in, you better have a forward coming back in a defensive posture. Otherwise, it's just going to be 2 Dallas Stars against 1 Chicago Blackhawk all night. So as the puck was on the boards, LaFlamme pinched in along the boards and tried to bring it down the wall, and instead skated right past everything. Zhamnov couldn't keep it in, and then away went Modano. Only guy back was Brown. Great pass across the middle, but I think it bounced a little bit. And Lettinen had all the time in the world to look where he was going to go with it, but it just exploded off his stick.
Face off to Fitzpatrick's left. Hawks control. Scurrying it out, Reed Simpson. Got it into the Dallas zone. Belfour plays it up the far boards. Stars having trouble. They clumsily get it out. At the Hawk line, Chelios lifting it across. Stars jam it at the line. Reed ripping it in the other way. Winds around to the right wing side in the Chicago zone. LaRue took it away from Keene. Gives it to Chelios. Up ahead to Simpson. Come to center ice. Locked up. Severin has him in check. Sador delayed. Worked it out, but right to Chelios. Coming in on half a period to play. Dallas 5, Chicago 1. Stars attempting to pick up win number 35 on the season. Would be 5 in a row for Dallas. They'd be 25 games over 500. At center ice, Zubov for the Stars. He'll carry it forward to Verbeek. He's in. Tried to go across to Nieuwendyk. The pass hit a skate. And a whistle stops play. The puck was hit with a high stick, I believe.
Is that what it was? I wasn't sure whether there was a high sticking call against somebody if it was knocked down with a high stick.
Well,
Pat Verbeek, I'm telling you what, Pat Verbeek, if he doesn't wear a visor in this league because he's vertically challenged a little bit, he got hooked down in the corner. I think it was Ethan Moreau. They've been going at one another the entire game, but if he doesn't wear that, it'd be scary to think of what his face would look like. It'd be like they lit it on fire and put it out with an axe or something, because he's always in the middle of these scrapes and claws, and since he's around shoulder height through a lot of these monsters in the league now, sticks are around there. That one was just carelessness on Moreau's part to get it up around there. Well, Verbeek has his fight in the game that we thought perhaps there was some foreshadowing early.
Yeah.
And if he can find a goal, then it'd be a perfect 1,200th game for him.
He's on now for the Stars' 4th power play of the game. They're 1 for 3. Nieuwendyk wins the draw to Hatcher. Couldn't fire it. He wanted to. Chambers to Darien again to Nieuwendyk, taking it out to the right point. Surveying the territory, moving in across to Chambers in front. Verbeek shot it out the side of the net. There it was. Along the near board, Zhamnov can't clear. It bounces off Chambers to Nieuwendyk to Langenbrunner. It got past him, and Chambers couldn't hold it. So wait for players to clear. Drops it off to Hatcher. Lost the handle. Zhamnov falling at center ice. Stars will regroup in their own zone. 9:10 left in the third. 1:20 remaining on the power play. Verbeek carrying it in. A wrist shot wide. Nieuwendyk will pick it up. Verbeek was knocked down. Chambers at the left point. Slides it across to Hatcher at the right. Handing it off to Nieuwendyk. Back out to Chambers. Down low to Langenbrunner. Attempted to center. He'll have to chase it along the far boards as Verbeek helped keep it in the zone. Verbeek in the left corner to Nieuwendyk in the circle. A shot right on. Fitzpatrick makes the save. He took that right off his skate. Nieuwendyk did. Put it right on his forehand and ripped a quick shot.
Never a bad pass to a good player.
No.
Is the mantra. You know, it's a milestone game perhaps for Joe Nieuwendyk too, if he can pick up a point in this thing. He doesn't have a point yet, I don't believe. In the slide, he just grabbed it from the skate and then bang. That thing was labeled on the short side. Fitzpatrick just held his ground and kicked it out with the right leg. The next point for Nieuwendyk is his 800th. 799 points in 810 games in his career. Productive.
Do the math.
It's close to a point a game.
Yeah, very close. Stars win the draw. Lettinen tried to work it toward the net. Zamolik fires it off the glass and past Zubov and down. 50 seconds remaining on the power play for the Stars. Sador gives it to Zubov in the Dallas zone. Modano, Lettinen, and Brett Hull up front. Here comes Zubov ahead. Into the Chicago zone, right wing side. Plays it around to the left corner to Hull. Touches it off to Lettinen as he was hurried. Gives it back to Hull along the half boards on the far side to Lettinen. To Hull in the circle. In front for Zubov, and hit the side of the net. What a good pass from Hull. Hawks try and clear. The Stars keep it in. Lettinen in the corner for Hull along the far side. They're just schooling him. Back out on top to Zubov. To Hull. To Modano. A shot blocked by Zamolik. Zubov holds in the clearing attempt again. To Hull. Tried to fire it to Modano, and it ricochets to center ice.
It's just they set up whatever they wanted. Zamolik was in the right spot, and that thing hit him. But Modano had it in the spot he wanted to in that high slot.
Hawks are back at full strength.
They're like a predator just eyeing their prey.
Moving the puck at will. Off Botterill, deep into the Hawk zone it goes. He's trying to line up Chelios. Puck behind the Chicago net. Chelios escapes his pursuit. Gives it to Manson. Into the middle for Emerson. He ran into Herkus, but persists. Brings the attack into the Dallas zone. Hatcher back of his goal. Twisted down with Emerson, who's on top of the puck. It came free. Herkus trying to work it. Hatcher with Zhamnov. Hatcher came out of the pile with the puck. Zhamnov took it away and gunned it. It hit the referee tonight, Dan Maruelli. And Darien now has time and space. He'll cruise to center ice. Wristed in deep. Stars will go in after it. Chelios tried to play it out. Stolen. Here's Keane. The Severin in the circle. Battle for the puck. Keane comes away with it. There's no one at the left point. That's where he was looking. Reed finds it in front. It went off the traffic. Severin battling for it. The Hawks move it ahead. Here's Amani at center ice. Wristing it in left wing corner. Belfour cutting it off behind his goal. Ludwig plays it up the far side. Reed Simpson kicked it. Keane reversing it to the near side. Laflamme holding it in. A shot into the slot. Bounces. Ludwig clearing, not out. Moreau, high slot. A pass to Simpson. A backhander. Pad stop, and it's cleared.
Chambers off the far side. Sean Chambers has had a really strong game. Todd White was right there, and he would have had a wide open net, but Chambers was posted up.
A good little play to move it to Ludwig. Langenbrunner and the Stars attack at center ice. Keane played it forward. Hawks inside their own line. Move it ahead to Olczyk at center. He'll backhand it deep. Belfour out to keep the play moving. Sador using the boards, thrust it ahead. It's picked up. Here comes Neuendijk on the march. He's in left circle. Wrist shot. Save Fitzpatrick. And he'll cover it. He's got some jump. Stars are up 5-1 all over Chicago on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Honda recommends you rotate every 7,500 miles.
Seeking a long-term relationship with a powerful yet affordable truck? Then meet this special Texas-sized Dodge Ram.
Powered by the ton, Dodge Ram is the one. At the Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
We've loaded this Ram with a host of popular features Texans love. But whether you finance for only $199 a month or buy for $17,470, expect years of faithful service. Because Dodge Rams are America's longest-lasting full-size pickups.
Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Dallas Stars Hockey is brought to you in part by Dodge.
5-1 Dallas, 5:24 remaining third period. They almost made it 6-1 on that last power play. Sergei Zubov snuck down from his right point position. He had it there. He tipped it just off to the side of the net, caught the webbing, and stayed out.
Did you notice the goal judge didn't turn the light on there? He's fought back well in the game.
You have to learn from your mistakes.
Yep. Center ice, Olczyk plays it in. Belfour behind his net, gives it to Sador. They launch it down the ice. This is going to be icing against Dallas. Icing it is. Faceoff comes back in the Stars' end.
Well, this is a difficult spot to be in, obviously, for the Chicago Blackhawks. They have good players. They just don't have a very good team right now. And I think if there's one truism that you could find out of what's gone on with Chicago this year, it's proof that throwing money at a problem doesn't always solve the problem, because they boosted their salary structure by close to 50%. And they have 13 fewer points than at this point last season when they missed the playoffs. And the last time they missed the postseason 2 years in a row, you have to go all the way back to 56 and 57, 57, 58. And they had a rookie in the 57-58 season in Chicago named Bob Hull.
Ooh. You got it turned around.
They didn't miss too many after that.
No. Here come the Stars. Nieuwendyk charging in. Tried to hit Verbeek in the slot. He was tied up. Nieuwendyk finding it to Langenbrunner. A drive. He gunned it wide. Verbeek left wing corner. Brown leaning on him. Langenbrunner trailing the play. Left it along the boards for Nieuwendyk. Far side. Out to Hatcher. Right point. Wrist shot. Got through. Fitzpatrick surprised. He made that save. Stars 5, Hawks 1. The uninterrupted conclusion when we continue on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
A snowflake falls at the far end of history. And that snowflake, we'll call him Steve, winds up as part of a droplet of water. And one day, that droplet, Steve's droplet, could wind up in a brewery where a man you'll never meet discovers the perfect temperature to frost-brewed beer. And like that, Steve is in a Coors Light can, and then a tray, and a cup. And now, he's here with you. So I ask you, gentle stranger, do not spill Steve. Coors Light!
Nestle Crunch. It's just more fun to munch.
Time to reveal our final clue tonight in the Watch, Listen, and Win game. Tonight's Dallas player is the captain of the Stars and is among the NHL hit leaders, approaching 150. And his name is, Razor?
Darian Hatcher.
There he is. We have one more puzzle for you next week. Once your entry form is completed, mail it into the address on the form. It must be received by March 5th, 1999. Watch, listen, and win some great prizes if you've been keeping track. Here come the Hawks. This doesn't have the same gusto it used to have, that expression.
Well, this line they have out there right now is giving them some chances here in the third period.
Amani's shot tipped right on. Belfour was there to challenge Olczyk.
They put together Zhamnov with Amani and Eddie Olczyk, who I think has had a pretty strong game for them.
Modano in, floats it off Lettinen into the slot. It's collected by Amani to Chelios. Under 4 minutes remaining in this game. They wave the icing here. Belfour up the boards. Oh, Botterill prepared himself for a hit from Moreau, and Moreau was just banking off of him. Zubov ahead at center. They wave this icing too. I think the guys in stripes have seen enough as well. Herkus from the board, shot it over the top of the net, and the Hawks clear it. Puck loose at center ice. Marshall took a hit, got it in, shot back out. Stars are in once more. Botterill a drive, and that one blocked. Morrow will bring it ahead to the Dallas line, backhanded deep. Belfour behind his net, gunning it around. It's cleared. 3 minutes remaining in the game. The one bright spot this season for Chicago was back on November 29th. The Hawks picked up their 2,000th franchise win. 3-2 victory over Edmonton. The Stars, in case you're wondering, a win tonight will put them at 975. Approaching the 1,000 total, which they, in all likelihood, will get early next season. 30 games remain, and they need 25 wins this year to do it. Hawks try and attack. The Stars clear it out. Ken Hitchcock going to be happy tonight?
Well, he should be. Another offside here as Emerson had jumped in just ahead of things. You know, you look at how they've been winning games here at home, and this is another one. I mean, he's not going to be completely happy. He never is, and that's part of what makes him a good coach, is that never satisfied. Because in their minds, in coaches' minds, which work a little bit different than the rest of us, satisfaction equals complacency, and then some, you know, chinks start working into your game in that. So, but you can't find that much wrong with this, what's going on tonight. But this is what's supposed to happen. So they're just doing what they're supposed to do against a team like this. And most of the teams that have walked in here this week have been, you know, sub 500 hockey clubs. So they're doing what they're supposed to do right now.
The Dallas zone. Nieuwendyk hustled to get it out. Hawks shoot it in. And an offside call with exactly 2 minutes remaining in the game. Well, they got their mitts full on Sunday afternoon. Colorado will be here.
Yeah, that should be a good game. You know, that's a good mix between those two teams, I think, right now. They've gone youthful and they've gone up tempo in Colorado with their team. And Dallas, I mean, the D in Dallas stands as much for Dallas as it does for defense. And again tonight, the Hawks have 16 shots on goal. There are 2 minutes remaining in this thing. And it's been a while here at home since they've allowed over 20 shots against, which isn't very much at all anyway.
Sador attacking, right wing at center. He'll throw it in. And Nieuwendyk along the near boards. Into the slot for Zubov. Backhander, save, rebound, and Fitzpatrick rolls over to keep it out. Well, after a shaky start, he gave up a goal 21 seconds into this period. That was his first action, and he's settled down since then.
I don't even know if I'd call it a shaky start. That's a tough spot to get into. You sat there for 40 minutes, and Mike Modano is coming at Mach 3 towards you. And he was off his angle a little bit with that, but I mean, that's a terrible spot to be put in when your team's getting pounded. And this isn't, you're not supposed to go in there and all of a sudden win the game. This is just, it's like getting your reps in, getting your minutes in, getting your work in if you're a pitcher in baseball. Same thing, he hadn't played in a little while. Thibault had played an awful lot. Give him a rest, a mental rest as much as anything.
Face off in the Chicago zone. Botterill, the left corner, shoots it around. Marshall going after it. Morrow got there first. Young Ethan makes the turn. Trying to work it ahead. Stumbling forward to center ice. Shot it right at Hatcher, who brings it to the center stripe and tosses it deep. Doug Zamolik, former draft pick of the Stars. And they lost, got back, and then traded. Played into the Dallas zone. Matt Tkachuk tackling his man. Final minute of play of the hockey game. Grant Marshall at center ice. Locked up with Zamolik. Puck rolling around. Simpson shoots it into the Dallas zone. Belfour out behind his net. The far boards to Severin. LaRue came in, gave him a token hit. Laflamme from center ice, gunning it in. Ed Belfour stopping it. Stars clear it. They wave the icing here. Dallas will be 35-10-8, 78 points. It's a better season than many teams in this league will have this year, and the Stars still have 30 games to play. Shot right on. Belfour makes the stop. 10 seconds remaining. They dish it out front. Zubov there covering on Emerson. Severin plays it to Keane from center ice. He'll toss it right to the goaltender Fitzpatrick, and the Dallas Stars behind a Mike Modano hat trick impressively take apart an inferior opponent 5-1 tonight.
Well, they're a team without much of a soul right now, it appears, in Chicago, and this isn't, I don't think, a very good measuring stick because you're going up against the best team statistically in the NHL right now in their building, where they've been near perfect the last little while, and the best player on the best team was allowed to be the best player with a hat trick tonight, and that was Mike Modano. So it's, again, it's what they were supposed to do, and they did it. Sometimes doing what you're supposed to do can be a difficult thing against a team like that, but they played right into their hand.
Ed Belfour could not get the shutout tonight, but he played well, stopping 16 of 17 Chicago shots. We will take a break and come back with a post-game show that I'm sure you'll enjoy on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Kyle, is your mom coming? My mom? You mean Eric's mom. She drove yesterday. Your coat got caught in the door. Well, my mom's on Thursday. It is Thursday. It's Wednesday. It's Thursday. Are we off on Monday? It's Thursday. You had tuna for lunch.
Plans getting confused? Use three-way calling from Southwestern Bell. When you're on with one person, just click over, dial another number. When they answer, click back. It's already on your phone in just 75 cents per use.
Well, look who's mom's calling. Yeah, all of us. Well, this just throws off the whole schedule.
Three-way calling from Southwestern Bell.
Hey, Stars fans, this is Darryl Ray for The Room Store. If you're looking to make a great save on buying furniture, this is the place.
That's right, Darryl. At the Room Store, we've got the guaranteed lowest prices on living rooms, dining rooms, bedrooms, bedding, and much more.
We're talking quality, name brand furniture here.
You can buy an item or the whole room. We make it easy.
Easy on the eye.
Easy on the pocketbook.
Just plain easy.
At the Room Store.
We put it all together to save you more at the Room Store.
Dan, you look good. Lost weight?
Cut the act, Phil. I need to tell management what's happening with our website.
Okay.
In terms they can understand.
Every buck we spend will earn $2 back by the end of the year.
I hold in my hand proof that we are finally getting our financial act together. This is our monthly statement from our new money manager account. It's a way to make our investments and our bank account work together automatically to help us earn more.
Really? How much more?
I'm not telling.
He's so silly. Well, I tell you stuff.
Dallas Stars 5, the Chicago Blackhawks 1. The final tonight in front of another sellout crowd at Reunion Arena. Welcome back to Dallas Stars Hockey, along with Darryl Ray. I'm Ralph Strangis. Said it a lot. This is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah, and I think if your heart's not in it, and I don't think the Hawks' heart was in it after the second period, or really after the first 8.5 minutes of the second when Dallas scored 3 unanswered goals, then it's difficult to compete, and I think we saw that tonight. 3 stars of the game will reflect Dallas's dominance. It's a clean sweep for the home team. Well, we'll start at the bottom. The third star of the hockey game, Pat Verbeek, playing in his 1200th NHL game. An assist and a fight. Typical for him. It was a perfect night for him. Sergei Zubov with a pair of beautiful assists in this one is the second star of the hockey game, and no question who the first star was, Mike Modano with the hat trick.
And so we will visit with the game's #1 star, Michael Modano, when we continue on the Dallas Stars Hockey Network.
Are you crazy? No, Johnny, don't.
I gotta save.
No, Johnny! Johnny, I'm telling your mother. This isn't funny. Hey, sweetie, is that you? Johnny! Johnny.
I got him.
Oh, thank goodness. Johnny? Can I have yours?
Another Nokia discovery. If technology is difficult to learn or program, most people won't. It's why at Nokia we make wireless phones that are easy to use. Inspired technology with a human touch. Nokia. connecting people.
Want a truck with Texas-sized power and room? Dodge Ram Club Cab certainly fits the bill.
For magnum power by the ton, Dodge Ram is the fun. At the Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Its list of features practically stretches from Austin to Amarillo. But the cost of this Dodge Ram Club Cab sure isn't Texas-sized. At just $258 a month or $20,810, its price is more the size of Delaware.
The Texas truck stop, the new Dodge.
Toyota, on Passing the Buck.
Do you have any idea where we are? You're lost.
I'm not lost.
Give me the map. You forgot to bring the map, didn't you? You gotta be kidding.
Hey, look, a deer.
Look at Tacoma. Save a buck. Drive a Tacoma. Right now, get $1,500 customer cash on a new Toyota Tacoma. Visit your North Texas Toyota dealer today.
Back in Dallas, the Stars beat the Hawks 5-1 tonight. Welcome back to Dallas Stars Hockey along with Darrell Ray. I'm Ralph Strangis. The Game Breaker is a collection. It's a
collage.
Yes. Good. Mike Modano had 3 goals.
Yeah, he was dominant tonight. His first goal I liked the best, the power play goal. He just grabbed it from about 10 feet in front of Thibault and painted the corner with it. Sinister. His second one was a sick pass by Zubov, and then again lifted it over top of Jocelyn Thibault. They changed goaltenders, but it didn't change things for Modano, as early in the third period he beat Fitzpatrick when he got away from Brad Brown for the hat trick, and it was a shower of chapeaus after that.
Mike Modano's 6th career hat trick, second against the Hawks, lifetime second this season. He's standing by downstairs. And Mike, did things just open up easily for you as the game went on tonight?
Yeah, we felt, when we get the puck down low, we have a lot of time to make some plays. We figured our speed was a little bit too much of a matchup for their defense, but we were able to move the puck, get some shots, and the first one was a great play by everybody's Chambers and great pass by Patty, and then the rest of the way was Yari and Brett making great plays for the next 2. So it was a fun night. It was a great night for our line to regroup after the other night.
I don't want to beat you down at all, but you don't have that many off nights, so when you do, it kind of stands out like block letters. What's the difference between Wednesday night and tonight for you? What did you think about in between these 2 games?
Well, I think just the timing of it all. I came down with the flu a little bit before we went out to L.A., and a couple nights in Beverly Hills didn't help things, and so it kind of caught up to me after the back-to-back game there in California. Then coming back, the travel and everything just kind of collected up to me, and then Wednesday was really a bad night. It was all 3 of us felt terrible and a little heavy and lethargic, so we weren't really focused, and you could see it in our pass and the giveaways and stuff, but we came away with a win. I think that's great. That's why we have 22 guys in our lineup. Some nights guys able to back us up.
Is it fair to say now that the team defensive game is firmly in place? You've allowed just hardly anything against, especially in this building lately.
Well, we've been playing real strong. I think from the net out, Eddie's really had maybe 1 or 2, 3 big saves he's had to make in the last couple games, but that's pretty been much it. I think most shots are coming from the perimeter out wide and from the blue line from the defenseman. So he's been playing great. Our defense aren't allowing any second or third opportunities, and then our forwards are doing a great job of just getting the puck out and regrouping in the neutral zone. And then that's kind of been the backbone of our team, working from the net out, and it's been successful. So it's a lot of fun when those things are going that way.
Fun to watch, Michael. Congratulations again. Good job.
Thanks, guys.
You bet. Mike Modano of the Dallas Stars. And our next telecast, Razor, will be against Colorado Sunday.
Well, goaltending was the difference the last time these 2 teams met 2 weeks ago. Another matinee, and Patrick Waugh was unbeatable. The Stars lost it 3-0. Belfort had better afternoons than that one. We'll see what unfolds on Sunday.
Stars 5, Hawks 1 for Darrell Ray, Buck Spivey, Jason Walsh, and the crew. I'm Ralph Strangis. Good night from Reunion Arena.
Dallas Stars Hockey has been brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to go places. By Coors Light, naturally brewed. Reach for the silver bullet, the pure taste of the Rockies. By Whataburger, building better tasting burgers one at a time.
Control from just $99. Get a free t-shirt or video with the purchase of any Mission skates.
Play it again, sports!
Shop any of the 11 locations in the Metroplex. Call 1-800-PLAY-IT-1 for the store nearest you. That's 1-800-PLAY-IT-1.
At last.
Oh, this will never do. Whoa!
Introducing the first luxury SUV that doesn't ride like a truck. The RX 300, Motor Trend's Sport Utility of the Year.
Well, hello there.
At Park Place, Lexus, Sewell Lexus, and Sewell Lexus of Fort Worth.
Has it really been 155 days since I challenged these guys to make a better burger? They may never change their ways, but at least we'll always have the memories. Is this the telephone psychic network? Burger King uses a microwave to reheat their Whopper meat. Put it up. Bring it on, muchachos. Whopper meat, Whopper meat, Whopper meat. I could have been an astronaut.
What's your idea of the perfect